How's it going, guys? So we're here. We're doing this on mouse and keyboard. Like I said, my controller is pretty much broken, at least with this game. So I'm not going to get reused to doing this. Didn't say what? How do you always run? I think they had it switched to where sneak is. What the hell is this? You enable what? Survival adds new eat, sleep, stay warm. It's also for challenges such as no fast travel, reduce carry weight, and leveling up when you sleep. Hell no. Rail off? I don't know if that's... What? How do you access your inventory? Okay, so I is inventory. LR? What the hell is LR?
There he goes. Looks like he's gone for good this time. No way to know if anyone else made it out alive.
That mouse sensitivity's got to be higher. Gameplay look sensitivity. Yes, put that up like a bit. That's like extremely slow.
This place is going to be swarming with Imperials soon.
I guess it's better.
Clear out of here.
Brother, I'm trying to figure out my run button.
Runs the mill in Riverwood, just up the road. I'm sure she'd help you out.
Alright, thank you, champ. What the hell is... Oh no, it's Alt. That's such a weird button, though. I don't know how you people play on mouse and keyboard when it comes to games like Skyrim. It's just too weird to me. I'm so used to playing with a controller. It's so much easier. And it's vice versa for other people, too. But, anyways, we're gonna come over here. Most people don't know about this spot at the very beginning of the game. Let's jump. I don't want that. Watch out, Mr. Elk. Coming through. But this little spot over here, one of the best areas to actually get some alchemy. There's a bunch of bees and stuff like that, so you can get... remember, if you want to level up your alchemy, you can always eat ingredients. Just be careful because some of your ingredients will lower your weaknesses to elements, poisons and stuff like that, or damage over time. So just be careful with that. But it does give your alchemy a little level boost and stuff like that. And usually there's a person sometimes down there, usually an orc. But this chest over here, if you try to lockpick this chest, 3 random NPCs will spawn in here, and they can actually be your first little combat of the area. So, wool sacks, or not wool, what the hell these would be considered? Well, just the large sacks, and usually have food and stuff like that. There's a name, a specific name for them. I can't remember what the hell they're called. RPG. Let's see if we can. How the hell is this? Use your mouse to rotate the lock, then W to rotate. Wait, what? Oh, lockpick. To rotate the lock. Oh, great. This is gonna be interesting. Okay, so it's like. Okay, that's not too bad, I guess. Actually, somewhat easier. Hey, we did it on a mouse and keyboard. Oh god, that's like a look. Let's see. Okay, let's see. How the hell we can do this? Okay. Don't judge me too much. I'm playing on mouse and keyboard. God, that sensitivity. I might have to use my old rollable mouse. Like, is there like movements? Because you move like really slow. I'm gonna turn that up a bit more. I don't know, it just feels like your character moves too slow. Display audio. I don't know if straw phase is a thing in here. Maybe it's just because I'm just holding my bow. I feel like we're in the Civil War. We both carrying muskets and just missing that Star Wars aim. Oh god, that's hilarious. Set armor. The one thing that I've noticed with a lot of people who play Skyrim stuff like that, they pretty much grab everything, and I quite literally mean everything they can get their hands on. Not really one of the best ideas, just strictly for the fact you're going to actually just increase your carrying weight with a bunch of random crap you're just never going to use. So just be somewhat kind of picky, but with people who are new to the game, stuff like that too, I understand why you want to grab everything. But you're not really going to get much value out of certain items in the beginning, no matter what you tend to carry. I think that person's still there. Wait, what the hell is my... Oh, alt. Huh. Well, usually there's a person that's in, like, iron armor that's over here, that you can usually get in a fight. They'll, you know, they'll call you, like, a wimp and stuff like that, and it's either an orc or a Nord. That space. I'm gonna have to switch alt button for something else, because it's gonna completely throw me off. And I try to run and I hit spacebar and just jump by accident. But yeah, that's like one of the best areas right there. Good starter point. One of the other areas over here that you can do. There's another camp over here on top of a shrine. I think it's like the Shrine Talus. That camp right there, another good beginning spot too. You can pick them off with your bow and stuff like that, or if you're using, you know, stealth. Even with my glasses, I can still barely see that crap. So what was it? R? Okay, R is the sheath. I think this is my... Yeah, see, he's detecting me. There's no way in hell you detected me. One of the better... How are you detecting me? There's no way. It has to be like an animal or something nearby. What? I missed? Hey, got that sneak attack 2 times damage! You detected me now. I mean, at this point, you already detected, so crouching is not going to really give you any additional points, but it does make you a little harder to hit. There's usually a guy that's back there too. There's 3 of them that are there. One of them has like a sword and shield bow, and the other one's like a 2-handed user. Where the hell is this guy at? Oh, he's coming around. Oh, you think what you got to take me down, son? And you probably just get him stuck right here and just pick him off with your bow. Thanks, guys. Classic. Banded shields are going to be better than your iron ones. Of course, they also weigh 12. It says a value of 100. You maybe get 25 out of it. So, same thing with iron armor. It says 125. You're lucky if you even get 50 out of it. But it also weighs like 30 pounds too, so... yeah. Oh, what? Hello? Okay. Music just... Yeah, how was the music sound a little low when I did my first video, but I wasn't really paying attention. I was mostly listening to the commentary. Okay, it's like all at max volume, so... yeah. Not much else I can do about that. Where's that guy's corpse that was over there? Corpse. He died by a tree, didn't he? I want that guy's goddamn loot. Okay. Huh. Well, that's disappointing. Well, anyways, there's some gold, there's some food over here, there's a book. Your first robes, if you didn't get the ones that are in the keep. Robes are kind of nice too. They give you a little more extra gold. Theoretically, you can take all the books. You want the ones that are worth 50, but you're not really going to get them. Oh, he was over here. Ooh, dude, you got shot in the thigh. I always like to examine how they died by the arrow. He got shot in the thigh. You'd survive, but that would hurt like hell. Ooh, hunting bow. Yep. Best bow in the beginning. As early stages as you can actually get. Because it just slightly more damage. Oh, no, it doesn't. Oh, yes, it does. Like 1 damage more. It's like, it's not a whole lot, but, you know, it's 1 extra damage you didn't have. There are mining areas, like over here, something like that too, that you can, once you eventually get a pickaxe, this is your iron mines. The one thing I did not like that they did in Skyrim when they started introducing this stuff is that you actually can do the two ways. You can do the game mechanic way where he just stands there and just hits the damn thing, or what most people don't know is you can actually use the pickaxe as a weapon even with ore mines, and you can just do it yourself. But the animation for it is so slow. Why they just didn't do it like you hit it once and you gain the resources? You know, he's hitting it like 4 or 5 times before the animation's over and done with, which makes it really annoying. Yeah, these people got killed by a Thalmor worshiper over here. He usually carries some pretty good stuff, usually some random rare item that's going to have some sort of stats on it. So in this case, increase magic resistance by 10%, but since we're not using shield, completely useless to us. Even destruction rubs, if you want to, you know, play around as a Thalmor, if you chose a high elf, you know, more power to you, but... and then there's Talos. Talos' Shrine is basically going to give you 25% less recharge time for your shouts, but since we don't have shouts, no point. And our first wolf, and you're dead. Straight back in the spine. He's bye-bye. He's not surviving that. And if he does, he's pretty much paralyzed. So you can go through the entire game without killing animals if you don't want the resources for it. Choice option. I'm very specific. I can never say that word properly. Very specific about which animals I, you know, take out in the game. One of the perks about talking too fast, and then you have certain words that are like that. It's like you try to say it takes you like 3 or 4 times before you actually sound properly. Sound proper. Okay, that's gonna be really good. We got like 8 minutes left. Try to keep them within like 20 minutes at least. So I think it was alt? Alt. Gotta remember that. Alt to run. There is a little hut that's over there too. You can gain a lot of alchemy, some potions like that. You will have to break into it, so be aware of that. And if you do, you will actually have a mercenary that eventually will come after you. So be aware. These are your guardian stones. Each one is kind of like for your unique character trait. Which bonuses you're going to get depending on the character class you choose to play as. So you have your magic, you have your your melee, and you have your thief class where you're sneaking around. Some of that's they give you about 40% bonus to your stats, or is it? No, it's only 20%. Oh, they must have changed that then. But you'll gain 20%. Increasing your stats for your anything like that. And speaking of that, is it not S? Is it tab? Tab. So we're gonna go to our skills here. And how do we do this? Can we just no? That's not what I want. How the hell do you? Oh hell, that's gonna be slow. Can we just like? Can I use my keys? No. Oh shit. How do I move? Oh, okay, I moved this way. Whew, that was close. Smithing's always gonna be good in the beginning of the game. Help you give you. It's going to be more so better for your melee characters than really for your mages, since mages you can use robes. Your archers and sneaking classes, you can really more upgrade your bow, not really so much your armor, especially if you become harder to detect, so you can eventually do that later on in the game. Enchanting is really nice too, but it is very cost effective when it comes to skill points, because there's a lot of the gooder stuff you have to waste a lot of your main stuff into doing. Getting rings and amulets and enchanting those, or even smithing those, making them, will actually increase your smithing and enchanting a lot quicker, especially if you can get potions to do it for you too. It'll give you like 5 or 20% increase in experience bonus and stuff like that. One-handed, it's only going to be really good if you're planning to use daggers or use a one-handed sword in a shield type of sneak version, which I've almost never seen anybody use, because that usually consists of heavy armor. Archery is going to be where your main damage is going to come from when you're playing sneaking class characters. It's going to give you crits. It's going to allow you to zoom in. Eventually, you can actually paralyze enemies. There's a certain percent, I think it's like 1% chance to paralyze an enemy with a bow shot. Your light armor is going to consist of your furs, your hides, and your leathers, and your glass armor. So, you want to try to make your character a little more bulkier, or not have your armor weigh anything at all. Oh, I forgot Elven too. That's definitely the way to go. Sneak is going to be your main priority when it comes to sneak class characters. Kind of redundant me saying that, but this will allow you to basically sneak past anyone who has high sights to be able to spot you. You can pick locks, when you're in stealth mode and not be detected by people and stuff like that. There's a lot of bonuses to choosing for sneak, and it's usually the main ones I choose to level up first, and then my archery, or you can vice versa depending on how you want to play. Lockpicking is only really going to be good if you plan to try to pick master locks or try to break into people's places. Eventually later on, once you reach, I think it's like level 100 lockpicking, you do get an unbreakable pick. So once you get to the skeleton key or the thieves guild, you can have 2 unbreakable picks, but eventually you will turn that one into a quest for Nocturnal, which will give you a bonus to whatever the hell you choose for the thieves guild, and you'll still have an unbreakable pick through your skill. Lockpicking is very difficult in my opinion to level up, just because if you're not good at lockpicking, you're not going to level up the skill very much. Pickpocketing is one I never almost bother with, even with playing stealth class characters, just for the fact it is extremely difficult, because if you don't have your sneak high enough, and eventually you can pickpocket people's items off of them, even standing up and being right next to them. But it's one I almost never choose when it comes to stealth class characters, because you have to have really high stealth, and you have to know which item is going to be more valuable and the percentage of allowing you to actually take it. Otherwise, you're going to get caught very easily, and you're going to get to jail or get bounties on you. Speech is always nice, especially with your merchants. There's certain dialogues with certain people who try to intimidate you. You can persuade them or intimidate them back. Usually you're going to be around for your barter. So, if you want more gold out of an item or sell something at a higher price or try to buy something more cheaper, speech is going to be really nice, especially with the opposite sex, depending on which character you actually choose, whether it be a female or a male. There's a bonus in that too. Alchemy, I pretty much put in the description below. Alchemy is going to be completely useless to you later on in the game, because poison is not going to affect enemies who are either immune to poison, like vampires or Draugr, or it does not do enough poison damage later on to actually really do any huge impact against enemies. Especially something like dragons. It might do something in the beginning, but later on, once you start reaching the higher level dragons, it's going to be completely goddamn useless. It doesn't also work on ghosts either, so that's useless there. So it's more for your humanoid opponents, and even then they're going to have so much goddamn health, it's just not going to be worth it. So there's that. But we're still level 1. And we have 2 minutes left, so I'm going to end that right there. So when it comes to this, we're mostly just going to be focusing on sneak, light armor, archery for our main 3 right off the bats. And then probably I might do some grinding off screen to get our smithing and enchanting up. So we may be higher level than we normally would be. I'll probably kind of run it like Diablo 2 style, where I'll grind off screen, so it's not really put into a video, and we can actually get to the main chunks of the levels of dungeons and stuff like that, which we will eventually be coming up to one of them anyways. But either way, stay safe, healthy, and sanitized. Make sure to drop a like, subscribe, leave comments below. Make sure to check out the rest of my videos, and I hope you will enjoy this Skyrim Let's Play. I'll see you guys.